Hey, Card, I was thinking about this the other day, and I think it's just like a fun question to ask. Maybe we could throw it in the intro or something. But if you had a theme song that played every time you walked into a room, what would it be?
Ooh, theme song. If I were to walk into a room, because you want a song that's hype or something that just like embodies, I guess, a little bit of who you are, or what, at least what you want to put off, but also one that if you're entering the room every single time the song's playing, you kind of don't want a song that's annoying.
True.
Then, first of all, you would get annoyed and everyone else would be like, dude, what the fuck? Like this song's playing again. So you don't want an annoying song. Yeah, I thought about a little bit about this and okay, you know Smooth Operator by Sade, or what's her name? Sadi?
Sadi? Okay.
Sade
okay.
Or
I think originally I was thinking of the Cool Operator.
Smooth. Cool. Yeah, Cool Operator.
Cool
the look radar.
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking Smooth
Operator.
By Sade, I think. Here, I'll play a little bit right here.
Oh.
This is what I wish to like be. I know I'm not like this, but it's just nice if I just you wait till the sax comes in. I just like walking with shades. Oh shit. I'm just walking in with shades and just being like, "What's up, everybody? What's up?" What about this?
Dude, I love that.
This is one option.
Ooh, yeah.
It's just like the vibes, you know.
I know the song. Yeah. I kind of like.
It's just a funny one.
Little like shoulder roll into the
just shoulder roll in. Just back it up. The last choice I had was the classic. I mean, you know this one.
Oh, is this Chicago Bulls?
Yeah, the Bulls. But it's actually the song. I didn't realize the song is called "Serious."
Yep.
The Alan Parsons project. Yep. Yeah.
Oh,
this one's a little too intense for me though. But this is kind of like talk about an entrance. This is one of the greatest.
Yeah. It's like almost like you wanted to start before you come into the room, and then the moment it goes, you like step in,
and you're like, oh, fuck, it's him
like
again.
Yeah, like right there, your head down and everything. I think I was like kind of like on a similar vibe. But honestly, I'm gonna get the song pulled up. Yeah, I was like, I kind of want something that like gets the energy going in the room and stuff, but also like kind of like I could come in and just like dance to, be like a little loose with.
Yeah.
So instantly, you're gonna know this song right away. But I instantly thought of this song.
Oh, this is a premier pick. This is a premier pick. Wow, I'm frustrated. I didn't think about that. But yeah, because I love this song, as you know too. But this is a crazy song to walk in. Like everyone will start dancing.
Yeah.
This is
like one you could like hit like the spin move, like as you walk into the room.
And everyone that wouldn't care. They'd be like, "Yo," they start everyone get up with you.
Everyone.
Hey. This is great. That's like you constantly being the life of the party.
Yeah.
That kind of embodies what you are, bro. I mean, that's good. I mean, literally, I don't know if we should tell that story maybe, because that song alone brought a bunch of the boys on a boys trip back to life. Because if it weren't for that song, I think we would have ended the night, and we would have lost maybe like 3 or 4 hours of just like gooning around and like just experiencing the nature of what we're in Sun River.
Yep.
It was around, we just ate dinner and everyone was chilling around the fireplace inside the house, and we're all connect on the couch. Like everyone was like slumped on the couch. I think Tobes and like a bunch of boys were like just down, and just I think Caleb or Leb actually was out, almost passed out by the fireplace, like literally eyes closed. Guys were connect, and I was like, brah, like I was thinking, are we really gonna end the night here? So I started playing jams on my speaker, or the speaker that we had, just to get the vibes going. It's just nice to have jams by the fireplace. You're chilling in a cabin with the boys. Like, I don't know how this song even popped up, like on my phone, actually. I think it was just like, because I don't normally listen to that song, but it was just like a natural progression. And they started playing it, what is that, like a bass? The bass? Yeah. The bass started coming on.
Like a bass guitar or something.
It's like a bass guitar. They're like the doom, 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 doom. And I guess you forget what it's for, but guys started bobbing their heads a little bit.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. And then someone, who was it? Was it M?
I think it might have been M, or maybe even Jodes, which was like a shocker because he was shocked that out. He was like
dun,
out,
dun, dun, dun. And then like someone walked in the middle of the room,
yeah,
and they started like dun, 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 and started like vibing a little bit, yeah. And then we started, and then a little bit of the a from the voice started going. And then guys started dancing over Caleb.
Caleb was on the ground.
Like, that was on the ground like that. Yeah. And then dancing right over, like right over his face. Like, yeah. And then we all got kind of into it, and we all took turns. And eventually, Leb got up and started dancing.
Leb popped up. I think soon after that, actually, and he started
doing like the he started doing like the fucking yeah.
And I think we ran that song like Hana Ho like 4 or 5 times. That song. Yeah, just like, and after that, the night was just like full speed ahead. Yeah, bro. How have you been doing though recently?
Yeah, I've been all right. Like honestly, yeah, I've been going through I don't know if last episode I was still going through the stomach flu thing. But yeah, I kind of been like hurting with that.
Yeah.
I feel like you just get like a little like sickness, or you get a little like thing that throws you out, takes you down for a few days, and you just kind of got to recover. But trying to, stay productive as possible and, keep it rolling at the same time. But hopefully I'm bouncing back from it, and, we'll feel good to go into next week and everything. Yes, what else?
Yeah. Were you able to do, some stuff this past weekend with,
I ran a few errands and everything. Yeah. So nice. I ran a few errands, got some pho, like takeout pho and stuff like that. So that was nice. How have you been, bro?
Been good, dude. This past weekend I was in Colorado for a wedding with Claire's family, and it was awesome. I love Colorado. So beautiful, the scenery, all the nature. It's always like one of those breathtaking types of things to just see those huge rock faces kind of like coming up over the horizon.
I've never been there.
Oh, really?
Actually, yeah,
dude.
So it's on my bucket list.
Yeah. Colorado is it's one of my favorite places, just like on pure nature and scenery level in the States for sure. But yeah, dude, no, it was awesome. The wedding was really chill, like just like low key. The venue was cool with like a little river with like these like little rock faces in the backdrop. And
is it near Red Rocks? That's all I know about Colorado. It's like that Red Rocks Amphitheater in the Buffalo.
I think, I know. So it was towards Boulder, which I believe is like pretty close to Red Rocks, maybe on the way. But it definitely like kind of like had those vibes with like, those like red rock, like faces kind of just like poking out with like a little river stream in the background and stuff. And it wasn't one of those big weddings that could get like a little crazy at times. It was just really simple and chill, which was awesome. Like they didn't have a DJ. Instead they had like this like little bluegrass music group playing like just live music, like not even like connected to speakers, kind of just like out there playing. Instead of cake, they did like this little ice cream parlor. Like this guy just had like a little ice cream stand handing out free ice cream. So no, it was cool.
Unreal.
Yeah, no, it was cool. I mean, just as a whole, just getting to spend time with my girlfriend Claire's more distant family, and even like her mom and sister and everything was just it was good. And there was like we had like this one night where it was like the closing night of sending everyone home and everything, and it was at this little brewery, and we had like this little game night, and they had like this whiteboard, and so we were just playing some Hangman, and it was like my first time playing Hangman since I probably was like a kid or something, but I forgot how like much fun Hangman is with like a big group of people, and it's such a simple game, but it's so funny and everything. And yeah, so it was like one of those things that I just really felt like I connected to the family a lot during that time of just like playing Hangman. And I think we played like some other games and everything, but just.
Did you get did you have some good guesses or have some intelligent words to earn some brownie points with the
family? So actually, I was like, I kind of went up later and I noticed like, because everyone was doing like long words to start off with, like, because they thought like that would be the way to go. But then Claire's uncle went up and he just did a 4-letter word. I forgot what the word was, but it was like super hard. People were like struggling with it, and then Claire kind of did that too and stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go down like the same wave.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm going to just do a word that like is going to be hard because there's like a hard letter in there and stuff like that, a hard word letter to guess. So I went like owl, 3 letters and stuff like that.
Oh,
like, just make it look a little tricky and everything.
Yeah.
Honestly, they guessed it like way faster than they did with like Claire.
I like to guess.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, because I was telling Claire's sister's boyfriend, I was like, I don't want to go up there and, you know, just like right, they look at the word and they're like, I like to guess.
I like to guess.
So embarrassing. There was like a funny moment where I think like a couple people went. There was like 2 on the board and then 1 that was like off. I think it was like a T or something. Like a T was like eliminated, and I just didn't see it. And so it's my turn. I'm like sitting there and I'm thinking, I'm like, T. And instantly I see the T there and stuff. And it was so funny. Like the whole family just starts ripping me and everything. I'm just sitting there cracking up.
Were you guys drinking?
Yeah, you know, like,
okay.
like just getting some beers and stuff like that. Yeah, just some beers.
It's excusable.
It was one of those things. I wasn't like that drunk or anything. I was like, you know, probably 1 beer deep, but it was just like one of those things I just like was so locked in on trying to like guess like what this like word could
You weren't
be.
even looking at
I didn't even see
letters.
like the eliminated ones. I forgot
happens.
we had one that was eliminated.
It happens.
Yeah, but
that's like what's that? That's like Wheel of Fortune, like those Wheel of Fortune bloopers.
Yeah,
like, hilarious, dude.
Yeah, no, dude. That was a good time, and really just made me realize how much I miss, like, you know, like those family game nights type of stuff, and how much fun just family game nights and game nights as a whole are. Have you been thinking about any duos or anything recently? Like, I know you've been sick, but I don't know. Yeah, anything that came to your mind?
Okay, so for this past weekend, because I was in kind of sick, my girlfriend and my sister, they wanted to. Okay, this was actually during the night we got pho, and I was watching the end of the Colorado game. So I was like, oh yeah, let's throw this up, and like, no, like, let's not throw it on the TV and stuff. It's like, okay, I'll put it on the laptop on the side, because it was a great fit. It was like a epic ending to the game. Anyways, long story short, ended up watching the proposal. But like, I was just thinking about what I noticed in it is like they have like very intentional like scores or like soundtracks that like paint the scene. Like they like really like point you towards like the mood of the scene. Like those old, it's not like we don't do it the same that like the rom-coms today. That's what I was telling them. It's kind of like it's all like current musicians and artists. Like you're throwing a Billie Eilish track, or you're throwing like Megan Thee Stallion or Cardi B something. It's like trap or like hip hop or something, like very modern. But those kind like these composers were like scoring like romantic music during like a scene, like a push in or something. It's just like it felt good like that. We were watching the movie, and then I was watching on the side, and I was like, oh shit! I said something because that's when Shadur like do the last heave.
Yeah. And
so I was like, oh shit! And they're like, oh, did you even hear what like Ryan Reynolds just said in the movie? I was like, and they're like, okay, let's pause it. But then they ended up watching the game with me, and we finished the game. But then we went back into the movie, and I was like, yeah, damn, like this is actually hitting on a nice night, like fall night with the pho, and it's just that those kind of duos, that pairing is just always a nice, like a rom-com with a good like score, composer score, romantic score. It's like that's always hits. Yeah. And long story short, that reminded me of this movie called The Holiday, one of the first rom-coms I've seen. That has a great score, and it really pushes like the music and stuff too. But it's actually scored by Hans Zimmer. Wow. So that's another thing. Like, so like these like composers and I'm just talking about this because I'm going to see Hans Zimmer next week, actually on the 1st. He's going to come into town in LA. But I don't know. I'm just thinking about like good, you know, a duo like rom-coms and like movie scores, like romantic movie scores and like themes, like romantic themes within movies, like and the good rom-com that always hits, kind of hits hard.
I mean, well, even kind of going into that a little bit, I know like just movies and their score as in general, you know, is such a dynamic pairing because, you know, like we always say, like the best pairings kind of elevate each other. And if you have a good score, it elevates the movie to another level. And if you have a good movie, like it's a little bit easier to create a score around a really good movie.
Yeah. And a lot of times it goes, the best scores kind of go unnoticed. It kind of just pulls you into the world and like you almost forget about it. But some certain moments just really hit you in the feels.
And I think that theme of love that a lot of times the scores like are trying to highlight or emphasis is such a, you know, powerful feeling and emotion for all of us and stuff. And I know like instantly the one I was thinking was of Dune 2 recently with the Paul and what's Zendaya's character's name again?
Chani,
yeah. The Paul and Chani score throughout the movie and how they kind of like establish that one score to build their love and everything. But then I remember watching the movie and at the very end, don't want to spoil it. Yeah, I don't.
If you haven't watched at this point, like
I know, but you know, at the end of the movie when you know Paul does his thing and Chani has to kind of go her own way. They kind of play that score, but like it has a whole new different meaning. And like it takes on a new theme of isolation and almost despair for the loss of love. That moment, I remember like even just like now thinking about it, it's like, you know, I'm getting kind of emotional thinking about it, but as she's looking out at the worm coming towards her and the theme is just blasting, you know, and dude, it's, you know, it's emotional and you feel those feelings and stuff. And I think that shows the power that a really good score has in a really good movie. It just almost builds it because nothing was said during that whole sequence. There's no scripting. No. Acting was good and everything.
I mean, it helps too that Zendaya is one of those actresses that she can speak so much with just a look.
Yeah, I do.
Let's see if I can find some of this because this is the first time it plays. I'm just gonna play it real quick. We don't have to.
Yeah.
It just like it hits again, and then you know like their two paths. It's just not destiny. You can't cross anymore. But they share that like look, and it's just you know feel like you know like
isolation.
You know the love will remain. You know it like remains.
Yeah.
But then they also have to go their separate ways, and only like this has to happen for like the next step or whatever. It's just part of their destiny, and who knows? And their paths might cross again down the line. But for now, it's like. You know, they got to go their separate ways. And it's, like you said, a love theme like that. It's crazy how you can just listen to something like that and like from a film and then you elicit the whole visual, you elicit the whole package of the art and everything and just a character and a character's relationship. Like that's how much a score can impact you. It's just like, it brings you back to like the feeling of feeling the conflict or the pain or the hurt and the love of that character relationship within just a movie.
I think the aspect of the theme and the aspect of duality relates so much to a bigger picture of, you know, life in general and then other people's own partnerships and stuff because there's so much duality in everything. And I think sometimes it's like we think it could be black and white. Like for example, with the Dune, it's like that theme. It's like, it's love. It's love. It's, you know, everything is possible and stuff. But then at the end, it takes on a completely different meaning and stuff. And you learn that the same sound, the same type of song can hold a different meaning, like in a different context, and it almost teaches you an aspect of that duality. So I think that was, I like that. I like that a lot, honestly, with the rom-coms and their scores and stuff, like, especially if it's a really good, those old school scores where they're being a little bit more intentional.
Do you have a duo that you've been thinking about? You talk about?
Yeah. I think for me, it's, you know, kind of going back to, you know, what I've been up to. It's just like the aspect of family and game nights that I was thinking about recently. And, you know, I think what makes this duo so special is the aspect of, you know, it's like game nights are like competition, but it's also filled with like joy and laughter. And I think there's something about game nights and family game nights that the thing that really makes it kind of cool is it's a place in a space where people can like kind of like that guard down that they kind of put up like socially and just be themselves. And just being around family too, it's like a great place or a great space for both of them to strengthen each other in a sense of, you know, a game night, like I said, joy, laughter, friendly competition, sense of togetherness. And then a family is like love and unity. And, you know, I think when you bring like a healthy example of both, a family that, you know, is all about love and unity, and you bring a game night into that, it just almost strengthens the family and stuff. And thus the game night as a whole is also strengthened. You know, everyone has a good time and everyone kind of like leaves loving each other a little bit more, and understanding each other a little bit more. I know for me with my game nights, or the game night I had with Claire's family, as like the kind of the outsider, I definitely felt like I got an understanding of all of them as people, and who they are to their core a lot better, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. No, and, totally, bro.
Yeah. I know for me, like I kind of like thought about some good memories I had as a kid with family game nights and stuff. So I was going to kind of just ask you, like, if you had any good memories as a kid with like family game nights or anything.
Oh yeah, as a kid, for sure. Yeah, we grew up kind of playing board games, and I guess as a kid, I was going to talk about, you know, some current times. Like currently, we love the game Codenames.
Codenames is good.
Yeah, my sister, boyfriend, Dylan, and even like my family. So we played Codenames. I played Codenames with my family when I was back home, and that was like the first time my pops, my dad, Auntie Michelle, and my mom kind of got into it. And you know, it is like you said, like it is kind of intimidating to be like, okay, like who wants to play the game? And some people are like, I don't know. It's a little uncomfortable because it's like, it's like, okay, now you gotta full send it, and you kind of got to be. You
gotta be vulnerable too.
You gotta be vulnerable.
Yeah.
But then once you just dive into it and like just you're there on the table, you slowly see like more family members like kind of get more into it, and then you know, because everyone's just about the competition, the friendly competition, and just the game, and it's funny, and it's awesome seeing like the intricacies of like your different family members, friends and family, and how they play the game. And like you said, you really do get a sense of like how they think and process, I don't know, things and information, and how they input strategy and whatnot. But it was hilarious with my dad. We were both what's it called? The spy masters or something. And we were giving out the hints. Yeah, it was funny because it's like just the way, like, because my dad was teamed up with like my mom and like his wife, like Auntie Michelle.
Yeah.
And then like I was teamed up with like the kids and stuff. We're just like, with us. And then he was sending out some nasty like hints actually. Like he said something like, because it was the first time playing, he's okay, like fine, I'll do it. Like he wasn't, because at first he was like drinking his like whiskey or like beer on the side. He was like, oh no, like you guys play. I don't want to play. I don't want to I don't want to think. I'm relaxing. I'm just sitting on the side, relaxing. And then we eventually convinced him to like hop on the table. And once he was in it, he was okay. And he was like shaking his leg, like really thinking about it. And then he pulled out like what's that one bar, like that old club in Ala Moana Hotel. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. You're not talking about like District, huh?
No, like the old Ala Moana Hotel. Oh, Rumors.
Okay.
It's called Rumors. You know Rumors? Yeah. So like he used to connected 3. So he said like, he's like, okay. He's like, he said this might be for the older folk, but like Rumors for 3. And then like they got it, bang, bang, bang. It was like bar, like a secret, and like club, because they all knew immediately like, oh, that was Rumors, the bar, the club.
Yeah.
And then like when they wouldn't get it, it was funny seeing my dad just like giggling at me, like me and him just like laughing at each other because we knew like they were wrong or whatnot. And then my mom too, like she was watching on the side at first, and then she eventually got into it. Like, and I think Dylan had like give out a hint, something about Coco or something. Or it was like Coco, and one was like Disney, one was like chocolate and like bean or something, and another one was like ghost or mortality or something like that. And she was like, no, I think she was trying to give a hint, like, because then the guessers weren't getting it at all. Like they didn't make the Disney connect at all. But my mom, you know, she's like, well, no, like that's the Disney. I'm like 100%. She's talking about the Disney thing, so she got into it too. So yeah, it's always a good time. Like, and talking about when we were kids, my mom used to play board games with us, and my fondest memories are when actually we'd have like a power outage in the house. Back in our old house, we'd have a power outage or something, and the only thing you can do is set up your like lamp. And we lived in kind of a isolated, like it was a darker street, so it would be like pitch black. So you just have your lamp, and then we'd bring out like the Disneyland Monopoly, and we play that all together, just on like the bed or on the ground, living room floor. And some of my fondest memories just like playing games with your family. It's great.
Dude. I know. Like for me, it was like a lot of things with like my family played like we had game nights and everything that my mom would lead. But I always like remember like the game nights with my cousins and my auntie and uncle. It'd be like these big game nights with like my family and then their family, and their side is like, a little bit more competitive and everything too, with my auntie Shelly and my cousin Keely and Taylor. But I remember like the game nights were always like competitive and stuff, and you might even walk away like pissed off that like you lost and everything. Or like that, like the rules were so strict or whatever and stuff. But no matter what, it was always like you felt more connected, and you just felt more love towards your family and your people and everything. And I think this like, really highlights the good with family game nights. And like another thing I really thought about too is like the aspect of just a space to be really present, especially in like, I feel like today's like day and age. And I think like that's the power that games have, especially right now with cell phones, and it feels like less and less spaces to be present. Cause I feel like even a lot of times when you come home, it's not like you're being fully present or fully authentic even and stuff. It's like, you're so used to having these like social guards up that it's hard to like almost let them down. But the aspect of playing a game and just focusing purely on the game just allows you to be yourself with your family.
Yeah. No, that's a great point. Yeah. Game nights and just physical, like even just games. In general, but especially like physical board games and things you can do that are tangible. It does take on a whole different meaning in this day and age versus I guess a long time ago too. They're crucial. They're critical. They're important to have just to connect even with the younger generations. And
totally.
Make a great point there.
And then like the last point I would like to kind of bring up, and then this kind of leads into my takeaway on a broader, more general scale too, is in the same way that family game nights can really elevate each other, in the same way they can also kind of pull each other down when not done correctly, or with like, cause like my thinking too is like, if, you have like a game night that is filled with, unhealthy competition, just trying to win, and stuff. And, not like the aspect of like really love and stuff, or even like a family that might not, hold the value of like the love and stuff like as highly. Game nights could be kind of even more detrimental and stuff, because it could be like a unsafe space for maybe some people.
100%.
And stuff. And this got me really thinking about this like fine line that's walked with partnerships, collaborations as a whole, and the line between it being something that is good and elevates each other and something that might be like maybe like toxic between a pairing is very fine. But ultimately what I kind of came down to, and I would love to hear your thoughts if you agree with this, or if you could think of maybe something else, is the intentionality that you kind of come into it with. Because like if you enter a family game night with the aspect of like not love, but just like maybe almost like you're trying to win, you're trying to like prove something, it's very different than if you step into a family game night with like love, just trying to like have a good time and like, of course, like try to win and stuff. But it's one of those things that your like main attention is like to spend time and be present and just be and stuff, just be present and stuff. So I thought that was like something like on a broader scale says a lot about maybe what can how people can benefit in their own relationships. Cause then I know for me, it made me reflect on the different intentionalities that come into with each one of my relationships. Because, a lot of times it could be hard with, just the natural ego almost like taking over of like trying to be right, trying to like, have your point be the point that is viewed or ultimately always trying to just remind myself that that isn't important. And ultimately that isn't going to lead you to your goals and everyone's goals. And it's not going to lead to growth. It's just going to lead to people feeling pulled down and, not heard and not listened to. And thus that you lose the collaboration aspect of it. But if you step into every, relationship with like that aspect of love and trying to understand and collaborate, I think it's like like that's when the true dynamic duos really come to be.
No, that's a great point to bring up. As you were saying it kind of reminded me of like this scene. I don't know if you've seen Winning Time, but it's the series about the Lakers dynasty and everything, and Jerry Buss and the franchise that he kind of started and built. But there's a scene where he plays with like Jeannie Buss, and I forget the son's name, but they have Monopoly night every time, and he like rakes them. Like he's just like, and then they get all pissed off, or he gets, and he's like, come on, you guys got to show up. I'm not going to take it easy on you guys. Like, and kind of build some toughness on them. And I feel like competition is always good, but it turns a little sour when it's like, when people get like carried off the table, or you're not a good sport about it, or they leave the table kind of feeling like frustrated or pissed off or disappointed. But that may point towards something that's boiling maybe under the skin with their regular relationship. Because like you said, when you all meet on a game table or something, you get vulnerable. Like you're more prone to your vulnerabilities and just, acting off of feel and like the way, I don't know, reacting off of feel and thinking rather than, I don't know, just having a normal guard up.
Yeah.
So it's true, but I do believe like, even when games go sour and whatnot, and it's like if there's competition, that also stems from love as well in a weird thing. I mean, there's a whole like Rick Rubin thing about like there is no hate, right, in the world. Like there only like love only exists. And thank you for the book that you gave me. Actually, I mean, kind of been like his stuff has been popping up on my feed and everything. But I think it does stem from love, because even say like you're disappointed that you lost or you're pissed that you didn't win. But it's because like the son, or as a son or something, you want to prove to your father that you're worth it, or you want to prove your worthiness of him or make him proud. But that comes out of love, but you're pissed about it. And it's like a bad feeling, but that's sourced from love, at the same time. So it is a fine line to be careful about. And at the end of the day, you just have to remind yourself that you're just playing a game. Like it's not like,
and like, I think even just reminding yourself that like, that point exactly that you're bringing, it's like, this is all like about like, love and everything. And I feel like, it takes like the two to tango and stuff like that. Both people in the party kind of have to come with like an aspect of love and like, understanding. And like you said, competition is like a good thing, and stuff. It could be very beneficial and stuff. But when you like, if one side doesn't have that aspect of love and stuff, and it's purely based on something else, then that's when it might be like a little bit more dangerous and stuff on a relationship standpoint.
Right. Because the most hurt and pain that you can feel, stems from just the amount of like love you feel for that relationship too. Because if you didn't care, then it wouldn't, you wouldn't care at all. Like, okay, whatever, dude. Like, I don't give a crap,
exactly.
Yeah. But like some of the most intense like conflicts and family conflict and pain and hurt comes through just the amount of love like you share. And it can sometimes be flipped in the other direction. And it is a line you gotta be careful of. But there's love and hurt, and it's just something that naturally exists, I think, with a lot of duos, right?
Yeah.
A lot of the best duos. Yeah.
It made me reflect that like I feel one thing that's been really healthy and beneficial about our friendship and everything has been the aspect that there's very rare times and stuff where either one of us are coming in a place to like not uplift each other,
Yes.
and stuff. Like, of course, like, there's times where we might like tease about like something that happened, but it's like, I would say like one thing I really cherish about our friendship and a lot of like the friendship or a lot of the partnerships I have with like the best partnerships I have, they all kind of like naturally always have this aspect of, we're not hanging out to like purely just like make fun and stuff, but uplift each other, make each other feel good and stuff. And I think from the start, that was always kind of what we were built upon. And so it made me reflect on that as well. Yeah.
No, yeah. That's a great point, bro. They truly, like feel like our relationship has always been, it's even like, I feel sometimes bad because sometimes, we can have like some friendly competition, but not nearly as we do with some of our other boys.
Oh yeah.
Like some of our other boys, we can get really like,
really competitive
with it or just like, you talk some shit. But I feel like boys between you and I, we just had the understanding since we were kids. That's why that, we're kind of in it together and we're kind of here to uplift each other. Like there's nothing bad we want for one another. It's just we always want us to see the best come out of each other, and we want to grow together and just like help elevate one another. So that's something that's always been truly special with, I feel like, with our friendship. And that's why we're still, I think, very close to this day. It's like we've always, you want to surround yourself with people that uplift you. And because why not? Why would you want to spend your time with people who are, kind of pulling you down,
exactly.
or have expectations from you to provide something or vice versa,
Exactly. I think, like as I get older, that becomes something I'm like looking for more in, my relationships and my partnerships, is who is elevating me and who is like pulling me down and stuff. And like that sense of the words they say, the energy that they give to me, and in a way, that's why I think I really do treasure our friendship and stuff, because it is hard to find two people who do uplift each other and stuff. Because I think almost the natural tendency is almost to just make fun and stuff, and and like I said, there that to a point is not a problem and stuff. But I think if it's the only thing that it's established on, that's when it gets very rocky, especially in the rocky times.
Like especially when you need that person like the most,
exactly,
when you're looking for those people the most, and your foundation's built on like just, I don't know, just like nagging each other or competition or what, or unhealthy competition sometimes.
That's when it can turn unhealthy, is when you're feeling down and stuff, because it's like what you need is like a boost almost and stuff. And
No, it's very true. And it's a hard realization, I think, especially like for people our age too. We're all trying to like make moves and we're all trying to grow and be better and everything. So like, of course, naturally, like a lot of, guys and girls, especially, they're trying to like compete with each other and like, elevate each other, like make moves and like be the best that they can be. So I guess it's natural to like naturally like just compete or be like, compare yourself to other people. But like you said, it is rare to find people our age who genuinely want to see you like rise up all together. So that's important. And it's a hard thing to like, to kind of come to. Like, I think we're around that age too, where you realize, like we've lived like the first quarter, quote unquote quarter of our lives, and it's kind of, and now you're at the point where it's like, I gotta really intentionally think about the time I'm spending in the relationships I'm building, and who do I really want to, surround myself with. And of course, like what you said, you want to do it with people that you're uplifted by and who you uplift as well. So it's an important thing to kind of realize, but also a hard thing to come to face to as well. Cause you want to be friends with everyone. Like you want to, you do want to like, of course, and you can be nice to everyone too. I think that's an important thing. Like you should be, why not? Like you don't 100%. Like you don't need to be like mean to people, because that's just going to cause you more problems. It's just going to that doesn't help you. Like, what is that doing for you? It's just making you unhappy. Like just be nice in general, but like, to really find and be, I think that's what I've been making it more of intentions, is be more picky with like the people who truly are uplifting me, because that's what I need right now. That's honestly what I need. Like it is times of change and growth. Like it's just what I personally need. And it's, it may be I know it sounds selfish and everything, but sometimes, you know, you gotta think about it, because it's your life. It is your life you're leading on. So where are you going to spend your time? Because you don't have that much. Like time is super valuable.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I guess like what I, you know, would just want to express to you and stuff is like just who you naturally are as like a uplifter and, you know, wanting to see people succeed and stuff. I think that's going to just make people gravitate to your energy and stuff. And the right people will then kind of gravitate to you almost the same way like me and you gravitated to each other in 7th grade, you know, because like, you know, like we had some classes together and everything, but it was like one of those things like we almost like naturally kind of like came together and stuff. And it was like we were inseparable, I think, because we both just want to see each other and other people succeed, and, you know, just kind of like are hoping, you know, for the best and stuff. And like that positivity is almost like that natural gravitational pull.
Yeah. It's weird how like, again, like I feel like our coffee talks always get a little like metaphysical. It's just like you do, but it is true. I do believe in like the good vibrations and being around it and things that happen for a reason. Yeah. And no matter what, like, that's why this podcast too, I think is just a nice way. It's something that, I don't know, like I'm going like, maybe it's not like the best time for me to like just be doing a podcast, because I feel like I'm going through a lot in my life and just like trying to figure things out and like, you know, different, like where my career is going to go, whatnot, different other things. And we both are busy, but like for some reason I wake up early. I wake up early in the morning. Like it's way earlier than I usually wake up. You probably wake up normally this time, but I'm stoked to wake up in the morning and get on, you know, just get on the mic with you and just talk story. Cause it just feels natural. It feels just like right. And it feels good and it uplifts me.
And it really does set there. Yeah.
The energy is there. Like you kind of, we can feel it. And it sets the precedent for like the rest of the day. It just puts you in like a good headspace. So that's why, I continue to show up and I'm happy I'm able to share this talk with you in the morning.
100%. Yeah, dude. Yeah. And you know, same here and stuff. I think the time and everything, and you know, and the same way with like the game nights and stuff, that time that you spend together and stuff with like that good, like positive energy and stuff can be so healthy and is like needed even more now than I think times before. You know, same thing here with me. It's like just waking up early and like I have like juice and energy to like get onto this call, because I'm like, oh dude, I'm gonna like talk to like my boy, my best friend and stuff like that, and you know, I know it's gonna be a good time like per usual and stuff. So dude, I think all that really just resonates with me as well.
And it's kind of funny, naturally, you talk about duos in general too. Like with duos, there's a lot of competition. Like you have chemistry, like uplifting each other, but also the side where it's like competition and like friendly, like healthy competition is always good. And I feel like that's kind of what naturally how this podcast has currently just unfolded already, is we do have like the competition episodes where we're like, you know, kind of like competing with each other. Like, okay, who can get a better pick? And we're kind of nagging on each other's picks. And be like, like, can you guess this or whatnot? And then these coffee talks are kind of like the dual talks that we've been having. Have naturally always been like us kind of like building each other up. And just like reflecting on things together and just helping to uplift each other. So within this whole like duos podcast, like has been a natural like yin and yang that has kind of formed structure wise, which is kind of funny.
That's cool. I didn't even think about that, but that's like so true with like within like our episode structure, there has been a kind of natural duality with it of the competition. And, you know, I think for the most part, you know, it's always just like fun. And like, I know like for me personally, like I've been loving your picks and stuff. So I haven't been able to rag on too much of them. I'm kind of waiting for you to come in with some more questionable picks.
We'll get there. We'll
get there. But yeah, dude, no, totally agree with all that. And I think it is cool that, you know, we are kind of having this natural duality and stuff, because, you know, kind of like what we talked about with you, with your the rom-coms and the scores that pair with them, there's almost like this duality with life as well and stuff that, yeah, it feels like we're kind of like reflecting it almost like we didn't even plan it and stuff. But it is kind of cool that, you know, this is kind of how it's playing out.
Yeah, it is cool. So I'm enjoying the ride and we'll see where it goes. But
yes, sir. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's a good, I feel like that's a
really good, really good chat, bro. Yeah. Maybe we just send the audience, whoever's stuck with it for this.
Whoever's made it this deep.
Yeah.
If there's anyone.
Yeah.
I don't know if you stuck around for this long. It's probably just us two, but who cares? Like we're just.
Yeah.
At least we're still talking.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. At least we're still.
Yeah. If there, whoever is here, first of all, we want to give you a bunch of props for like sticking around, listening to whatever we have to say,
whatever bullshit like we have to come up with.
Yeah, exactly. That whatever's coming out of our mouth, we appreciate you guys like listening and just like sticking with the ride here.
Yeah, appreciate you guys for listening and keep your eyes peeled, your ears perked. Yeah, we'll see you guys on the next episode.
Yes, sir. Yeah, appreciate all you guys.